My dear Mooji, I am worried I will not recognize the self in this lifetime. Why not? Eh? I do not want to come back. My question is, if I don't get it this time and have to return, will I lose any ground? Will I lose any ground? You understand? Might I have to start all over? I don't want to wait, and I'm afraid my next time round could be worse than this one has been. It's a good attitude. And I hope it works out somehow that I get to India for satsang in February. No clue how it could happen. It could even happen, but much love, Doris, New Hampshire, United States of America. The one whose mind is always fixed on discovering the truth, then this life is for freedom. But it reminds me of one story I used to tell. I didn't tell it for a long time now. One man, he was a businessman, and but every time he closed his shop, then he would go to satsang after that. Sometimes he's so tired he would fall asleep in satsang. No? But he always loved to go to satsang. But he could not keep his attention or his eyes open all the time. So one day, he's at satsang, and his Guruji, she was speaking, and she said something to him. She said something to the whole room, but he heard it very, very personally. She said, whatever thought is in your mind, your last thought will take you to your next birth. She said, whatever you're thinking about, your final thought will take you to your next birth. Now, these words, they struck him so powerfully, It was so powerful. After satsang, he went home. He could not stop thinking, my last thought, will determine my next birth. Oh my gosh, this is too much. This is too much. I'm thinking about so many things. My life is so busy. How can I make sure that my last thought will take me to heaven? Then he's obsessed with this idea, obsessed with this idea. Always he's thinking about it. Then in the course of time, his wife had became pregnant, and she had twins, 2 boys. She asked him, what will you want to call the boys? And instantly he says, call one of them Rama and one of them Krishna, because I am going to be most attached to my boys. I am going to be so attached to my 2 sons that surely if I am dying, I will be thinking of them. And so my last breath, I am going to be calling my son, and then I will go to see Krishna. I will be with Rama. I got it. He felt very pleased with himself, So he felt very happy, very, very happy. Then we fast forward. A few years have passed, and this man becomes sick. He had cancer even. And it is a very, very fast degenerating disease, this one. And now he has to leave home. He has to go to hospice. He's in a hospital now. Just no cure for him. He's lying there. I don't know why I'm laughing. So he's lying in bed, and his breathing is very hard, But he's thinking of his boys, and he cannot forget what Guruji say. And so with every breath he's taking, he's remembering his sons. Rama, Krishna. And he felt very good, actually. behind the pain, he felt very good because I'm only my boys now. So my last breath seemed like it's coming soon, and I am only thinking of my boys. Krishna. Like this, no? So now the breath is going. So the doctor sent to the boys who are now like 18 years old, and they're looking after the shop, no? So the doctor said to the boys, you close the shop and come. Father is going now. Come quickly. So they close the shop. Midday, they go to the hospital. They're by his bedside. And he's, and then he sees the boys, no? Rama, Krishna. Like this, no? Father, we are here. Father, we are here. One holding one hand, one holding the other hand. And he's Rama, Krishna. Like this, no? And then the last breath is going now. The last breath. And then the thought came to him. Last breath. The last come to him. If you are both here, who is looking after the shop? So, anyway, so you can guess the rest of the story. Okay. So that's something that has been believed for a very long time. What is your last thought? Because this is why I say in satsang, all your unspent thought, they are going to come. And satsang is going to trigger them, you see. Because if you are living, the mind wants a comfortable life. It does not want to be upset, doesn't want anything to challenge. So it calls that a nice life. So you're living life, you make sure nobody upsets you, and you keep away from them, you see. But there are tendencies inside that only our contact with other human beings are going to provoke those tendencies to come to the surface. And it doesn't mean that if you don't see them, they're not there. So although we're in life and people upset you, and you curse them, you know, you upset me. But as one letter was saying, this person realized when I say, some people say, oh, you're confusing me. And I said, no, I'm not confusing you. You're feeling confused. Huh? Some people say, oh, all these people, they're so distracting. No, they are not distracting. You are being distracted. Then someone in 2 letters ago said that was a very powerful opening for them. They were blaming life for something, but they see, no, that something's happening in me, you know. Because if somebody was distracting, that was a fact, then they will be distracting for everybody. But the fact is, it's not like that. You are feeling distracted. So that was it. Now, in this case, I don't want to come back. My question is, if I don't get it this time and have to return, will I lose any ground? Meaning that if I've built up an account so far this time, and then I fell away, my life fell away, when I come back, will I start from there and move on? Or will I have to start all the way from the beginning again? You see? Does anybody know? So something is evolving, no? Evolving more and more. And all evolutions is towards the supreme state. That we are evolving, growing towards the supreme state. Now, might I have to start all over? I don't want to wait, and I'm afraid my next time around could be worse than this time. You see? Very concerned. I don't know if I want to come back. I don't want to come back to this world to do this again. Okay? I don't want to come back ignorant again, cause all this trouble and being so troubled. So please help me. No, I want to be out of this. I hope it works out somehow that I get to India for satsang in February. No clue how this could happen even. But much love, Doris. You've genuinely If genuinely this is your urge to wake up, you may not have to wait for February. Why wait for February? You know, you should have this attitude. Why wait? Suppose it was April. Why wait for April? Does the self needs cooking a bit longer? No, no. Why wait for April? The thing you're searching for is ever perfect, no? So why would you have to wait until February even? Then your question is, what stops me from realizing this now? You see, this is okay. I want to come to India to see you, and sometimes I say to people, try and come here. Even one time, one girl, she was so burning, and she was from Kyrgyzstan or something like that. And I sent for her. I said, you have to come to India. So if you keep this urge inside, I just have to be free. This life is for freedom. Then some ways are going to happen now to guide you to the quickest way, as your mind is capable of, the quickest way, if your search is genuine, you see.